Yogurt time. So I just finished vacuuming the computer and the step it was on. I made sure with the vacuum cleaner to not touch any of the contacts or the circuit board or anything like that, just to prevent any issues. But I was able to get rid of all the spider webs that were just kind of hanging over everything. Then used an air can, which is over there, to get rid of some of the dust and stuff on it. Overall, it wasn't really that dusty considering it's been sitting in that same spot for like 2 or 3 years at this point. But yeah, then that's done now. So then while I have the vacuum down here, I'm just going to quickly vacuum the basement. There hasn't been too much dust buildup since the last time I did it, but I just vacuumed in preparation for the new computer parts that should be arriving soon. So yeah, leaving the back of the PC off until then because it can't be put on anyways because it's the wrong SATA cable. It needs a horizontal clip instead of a vertical clip in order to bend properly for the case to be able to be closed, but it's currently a vertical one, so it's kind of just sitting there before anyway, so I'll put that on when I get the other one. So yeah, I'm going to just vacuum the floor now. I've now finished editing the part out video. So now while that's editing, I'm going to start working a little bit on the set here and then try to get a little bit more of this done, and then once that is finished processing, I'll start working on the vlog. Finally, just finished editing the vlog now, so now the vlog and the other video are both done. Let's see the progress on the other video. Still processing in HD there. So yeah, then probably wait till both of them are ready and then get that ready. But now I need to eat supper, get a haircut and all that stuff. So I probably won't be back down here for a little while. But this is the progress I've made now from parting out the set. I've still got a couple small bags from the one I was just working on. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 large bags left. So I'm about halfway done. Or so the set. Actually, I think there's like 1 or 2 of them that have multiple bags. But then there's also 6. Oh, that's 9 there. Okay, so there's 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So there's 9, and I did 5, and there's 4 left. I should be over halfway done then. So yeah, well, I've got this one here left. So yeah, just around about halfway done. So now I'm gonna take a bit of a break. Just finished parting out the set now, so that is finally all done. Got all of these new drawers here to put away, and for that one back there again. So I'm gonna put these drawers away while syncing up the stores, and then I'll be calling it a day. So I just finished putting all of the parts away. I did not have time to part out this set right here, so that will be something for Monday. I'm going to put this container away. Currently syncing up the stores, so let's just quickly click Update Brickowl, and that's done. So I'm going to put the thing here away. So all of the drawers have been put away, so I am finally done. And then I'm going to be taking a break now. It's not for long. I'm just about to finish the store, then I have to go upstairs. Just getting to work today, finally. It's like 2:15. Won't be able to get too much done before I go up for yogurt and stuff like that, but then we'll see. And apparently Steam's open on my computer, so that's interesting. So Midnight Suns, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be an O or a U. Well, I think it's a U. I thought it was a logo over here, but yeah, who knows. But this is probably gonna just break my computer trying to exit it. Well, we'll see if it exits eventually. So the goal for today is to part out this last set. Yeah, I've got a couple parted out pretty much everything else, so that's the last one if I remember correctly, and then after that it's back to listing other stuff again. So I'll probably either tackle one of these containers or bags here or over there, or I might start on one of these drawers. I'll probably just tackle a couple of those containers because they're just more generic and able to work on that mindlessly. Why is Google Chrome opening? I don't use Google Chrome. I still have it downloaded for some reason though. Chrome protection. Well, I don't use Google Chrome directly. Okay, so then get that up. So the SSD arrived today, but the cords and RAM sticks didn't, so I can't fix the computer today because I don't have any extra SATA cables, and I really don't feel like going out shopping to try and get one more SATA cable. and doing it today. So then we'll leave that for now. Then I'll just quickly grab this and grab the box here and try and do this with one hand. Slice that and slice that. Close that up again. And then let's see, make sure everything's here real quick. Yeah, everyone's got so many copies of this set here. This thing is probably going to be like 10 years before it goes up anything in value on the aftermarket. So yeah, for some reason this just looks slightly different than normal. Don't know why. I've parted out this set a few times now, but for some reason this just looks different. Okay, Opera's finally loading now. So yeah, then I have to rebuild 2 of these for an eBay listing. I have a card for them on the waiting for parts. I honestly probably won't try and find them on camera because it's probably going to be quite difficult to find with all of them here because there's just so many, but maybe it'll be like right in the front. Probably not though. Yeah, okay, so then I'll find that later. So yeah, then I'll just probably first just separate the parts. Well, yeah, this thing here I don't need, so put this in there, this in there, and start parting these out. So then the one other thing I have to do after this before I forget is, so once this set is parted out, I'm going to quickly just rebuild the eBay minifigures that I sold from last time because I never actually got around to rebuilding those. Then here is the minifigure one for here, and then here's droid. I just need a head for it, so I'll use one of the heads from this set. I still need to rebuild my lot of 10 battle droids for eBay, but then since there's only 2 in here and I don't have enough, I'll just probably put the parts in here for now. I might build them up partially and then put them in there, so I should be able to rebuild these. Not sure if this listing is still active on eBay, so then I'll have to see if I can rebuild that or if I have to just go and create a new listing for it and everything like that. So then I'll just get to work on this now. I've now quickly just parted out the set. It's a tiny set here, so I could just easily lay it out on the table. Only a few new lots. I was able to rebuild both of these. Both of the listings were still up, so I was able to quickly do that. And only a few new lots because I've parted out this set multiple times in the past. And since there's just a lot of blue and stuff in the set, well, I mean, there's a good amount of light bluish gray and stuff like that as well. But since it's mostly just more generic parts, and pretty much everyone who owns a Bricklink store has parted out this set at least once. Those parts aren't necessarily too high of a demand in comparison to supply and stuff like that, so there wasn't too much of that. So yeah, this year's just several new lots. Just gonna quickly check none of those are the old drawers because I still have, since I've expanded the used stuff to go up to drawer 1152, I'm still finding a few drawers that used to be new drawers that are in this container here that are now used drawers. So every now and then when putting parts away, we find one that is there, but then we have to switch it out to put it into a new drawer slot. I don't know if that made any sense. So yeah, then that's done now. Now the parts can get put away. Yogurt time! I just went ahead and got a whole bunch of different parts I need to rebuild some of the minifigures. I've got Jack David's, yep, that's his name, and his phone. I've got the parts for the dark pink spaceman. I've got parts for Benny. And I've got parts, I just realized I took one too many heads. Then I've got parts for Benny, Lenny, and I know Jenny is one of them, but I think that's the yellow one. So let's just quickly check the names again. So it's for Lenny. Okay, so it is Jenny, Benny, and who is the other one now? Let's see right here. Just type in TLM 108, and of course I spelled that wrong. All right, so then there's Lenny, Jenny, Benny. Who's the other one? Kenny. Okay, so it's Kenny's the yellow one. Okay, so yeah, I can go ahead and rebuild these guys now. And the last part we put away for the last of the new sets is for drawer 5135, which is all the way over here. And so with that, the set is now parted out, and that's probably the last brand new set I will be parting out for a while, since now it's down to a whole bunch of used stuff. Just finished rebuilding all of the eBay minifigures that I could. So these ones here were all relisted, and then these ones over here I was unable to relist. The R2D2 R2D2s didn't have no Sith Fleet Officer, no Minecraft Cat, and no Programmer. Actually, I don't think I have the Programmer. Let me actually check real quick. I never actually looked. I'm just trying to type with one hand, hoping that it'll autofill, because I spelled that wrong. All right, let's click it up real quick. Inventory. I mean, I probably have the laptop. Yeah, I have that. Okay, do I have this? I do have this. Do I have the other parts for it is the question. I might actually be able to, yeah, that's in white. That's in white. This one is for sale. Dark blue. Yeah, that one's for sale. Okay, I guess I can go ahead and rebuild the Programmer then real quick. So I'll rebuild that, and then I am done putting away these rebuilding the eBay minifigures from last week. I've now rebuilt the Programmer, and so then that's done, and now I can put these guys away. So now that I'm done with everything on this table and rebuilding the cards and all of that stuff, I now have to decide what to list. So there is a lot of different choices on different stacks, different tables, and everything like that. Which one should I start with? Well, maybe I should just tackle a couple of these. This one here, I already listed, so this one is just have to add quantity. So I might just grab some of these things here, and then just grab a box from over here, if I can. There we go. Put the box right over here and grab some of these because the some of these I think they're saddles is what I call them. It's got a different name, hitching or something, I can't remember. And there's some random parts mixed in with this for some reason. There we go. Put that in the missorted. So then I can work on some of these things here and just see if I can get some of this listed and then work on some other stuff. I'm just going through listing these things here, but then I was on to the white ones now, and I mean, I'll look over a couple of them. I might list one or two of them, but in general, these things are just in poor condition. Let's see if I can just get, actually, I need some lighting. Yeah, these things you can kind of see. These things are just overall in poor condition, and they only go for about 25 cents a piece, so I probably won't really be listing any of these, but I finished listing all of the other parts that I brought to the table now, so then I'll have to choose what to list next. Just got everything stacked back on this table again with a little bit of help. So this here is the stuff that I need to list. This is the stuff currently in progress of being sorted and stacked and all that good stuff. And this stuff here is the stuff that has yet to be sorted and stacked where applicable. And so now this counter over here is a little bit emptier again. I'm just going to remove these things here. Some of these eBay shipping supply coupon things, I don't know why I buy them. It's just, you get like, it used to be like 75 bucks a month, and now it's down to like 70 bucks a month or something like that. So then, a thing of boxes or envelopes is usually like 50 bucks or so. And for like 100 envelopes or 25 boxes and stuff like that, which is, they put higher prices because it's a shipping coupon. So then they don't lose money on it. And you aren't really getting a good deal if you just calculate it off of buying without a coupon and stuff like that. But then you have like $20 left on your thing. And then these here are like the only things that cost 20 bucks in the eBay store. So then I usually just throw in one of these and pay like under $5 for like 100 stickers, or was this like 300 cards or something like that, or is that just 100? I genuinely have no idea. And so then I just end up with those things, and so yeah, I don't know what to do with them. But now there is a little bit more room here, and I can now put the iPad back onto the counter here, so there's a little bit more room. I have to remember to pull orders tonight, and so yeah, it's finally all fixed over here, just leaving the computer case side here, because hopefully, well, it says some of the parts are arriving tomorrow, some of the parts the day after, and some of the parts the day after that, but then tomorrow I should be able to get one of the cords for an SSD, so then I should be able to transfer some of that stuff over with a bit of help from 1001 Bricks. So that's on the table for tomorrow. And then I also have to ship orders out tomorrow and everything like that. So when I get around to doing that, it'll probably be a bit later in the day if I'm able to do it. So that's that. So now I have to check the time really quick. Well, it's 5:45 and supper's gonna be a little bit later probably. So then I'll just grab one of these things here. And I just dropped one of these containers not too long ago when we were putting everything back up. And now I wonder where I put it. It was the container of these, I believe it was the black ones. Yep, I'm not seeing them in this stack. So now I have no idea, excuse me, where they were put underneath these ones. Yeah, they're underneath these things here. So then I can grab these and put them with all of these ones. And so then I'll probably just start on some more of the simpler colors for them. And if I can fix this here, there we go. So yeah, then I'll just start on some of the simpler colors for these guys and just see how much I can eat down before supper. So I was working at listing a couple of these Technic parts here and stuff like that. Then I had supper, so now I'm going to pull orders, and for some reason there is a thermostat in the stuff here, but I'm just going to assume it was put there for some reason. So then I'll put that there and just try to put that back up there a little bit. And so then sold a couple of different things, but I'm only going to grab the one real quick on camera because I finally sold an Indiana Jones again. As you may know, I just have a couple of Indiana Jones minifigures, and I was selling this guy like very consistently for a while. Like I was selling him like once a week or something like that. Not exactly that much, but he was, excuse me, overall pretty consistent at selling. One second, I don't want to show anything, but I'll see if I can get it back up to see how many I've sold of him. Yeah, I've sold him 17 times. And so then I got a whole bunch more of him, and then this is the first one of him I've sold, or maybe I sold him one other time or so, in like half a year or more. So I don't know why he just like completely stopped selling. I even lowered the price by several dollars since then, and it took almost half a year or so to get another sale, even though he was selling consistently above the price he was at right now. So yeah, I have no idea. Maybe it's the rumors for new Indiana Jones sets. People didn't want the old one, but this was before the rumors were more really too knowledgeable and stuff like that. So yeah, that's interesting. I wonder why it took so long for him to sell, but then I'll get him relisted and stuff like that. So yeah, I just thought I'd show that really quick because that was just an interesting turn of events. And then if I can quickly find it, I'll show it here. I sold Gollum again. Where is he? Let's see if we can find him real quick. Right here. I'll have to confirm if this is the right one, but then this here is, don't want to show me data on the screen. Gollum 031. Yep, that's Gollum 031. So he sold, and so for him they paid $25.85 after shipping for Gollum, and for Indiana Jones after shipping and tax they paid $20.10. So overall, decent sales there. I also sold a couple other things, so I'll get those pulled now. And then the other ones that I sold on eBay were all four of the Tribe Warriors from The Mandalorian. How much did they pay for those ones there? They paid $48.82 for these guys right here. So surprising that they sold right now, especially all in one go. And that's after shipping and tax and stuff like that. So they've already gone up significantly compared to the retail price of the set. Although I'm pretty sure that the retail price of that set is not too different than what it's currently selling for on the aftermarket. So it's kind of a bit of a surprise they didn't just buy the set. As one second, I don't want to show any information. I'll just quickly go to Bricklink. SW1077. Let's just check what the set is going for about here. So yeah, it's still not going for too much above retail price or anything like that. So that's definitely interesting that they got that. And then sold a couple of Rebel Fleet minifigures, and these ones were, let's see here, $25.18 after tax and shipping, and that's more reasonable considering that these guys haven't been in a set in a very long time, and it's eBay prices, so that's makes a lot more sense. But this one here is definitely interesting to see that sell. I've sold like a couple of them. I believe I've sold 3 of them. Let me just scroll up here. Yeah, 3 of these have sold in the past, but as far as I can remember, it's just one of them sold at a time or something like that. But if someone's buying all 4 of them, you'd think that they'd just go for a set, but who knows about that. So that's done there. So now I'm going to pull the Bricklink orders. Funny enough, is on Bricklink, the last shipping day, I had like 7 orders on Bricklink and like 7 orders on Brickowl. And then this shipping day, I've got like 7 orders on Bricklink, but 0 orders on Brickowl. So it's always interesting to see how that stuff works. Although I do have 3 quotes on Brickowl, but none of them have actually gone through yet, so I can't pull any of those or anything like that. So yeah, I'll just start pulling the Bricklink orders then. Just finished pulling orders. Had another order come in, but it hasn't been paid yet, so I haven't packed that up yet. So yeah, now it's just back to listing more of these Technic connectors, or that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, Technic pin connector. Let's just call it Technic connectors for the other ones, because they don't have pins on the other ones, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm just getting back to listing some of these guys now, and yeah, there's not really anything else I'll be doing other than just focusing on that tonight, probably. So I opened up my email from the monthly Bricklink or quarterly Bricklink newsletter, and then it said the very first thing here was Canada tax. So I was like, oh, they finally have an update regarding the automatic tax collection, which was supposed to be implemented halfway through last year already. Well, I scroll down and it says, oh, we now charge tax on seller fees. So that's literally all that they did. And then if you scroll a bit further, it says, we're still talking to our tax team regarding federal and provincial tax implementation in the future. It was supposed to be, it's been law for over half a year now, and they're still just talking to their team about it. That is just sad. Like, we literally have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Every other site, pretty much, like Amazon, eBay, all that stuff, they've implemented all of it already, but Bricklink's just completely just like drinking a beer and sitting on the beach waiting for someone to do something. Like, it's just crazy what's happening. So I made a forum post on it, but this is just, it is just a crazy thing, but it's completely normal for Bricklink. Just had a Brickowl order go through then from one of the quotes, so I'll quickly just pull that order and then I'll get back to listing, just trying to walk around a bit, just get my brain away from these things, because these things are just mind-numbing because there's just so many of them and they can't be stacked. So I just finished listing the pins or connectors for the day. There's still three colors left. There's light gray, light bluish gray, and black. So those I'll leave for another time. That's the garbage container from the day. I was able to empty at least a few containers today. So there's that at least. And then I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, I said it, I don't think I showed it, but this was the order from Brickowl, and this one had a really nice part in it. These here are some Harry Potter yellow torsos from one of the Hogwarts students. These torsos go for about $5 each, and so they got 4 of them, so that was a nice sale there. So yeah, I keep thinking I'm trying to remember to say something, but I honestly can't remember. I'm going to be calling it a day now, probably messing around with Chat GPT for a little bit, and yeah, take a bit of a break, and then get ready to ship out orders tomorrow, and hopefully be able to get the parts to fix the computer finally. But it does seem like another container of 2x bricks was sorted. So that is nice, because we are hoping to get a little bit more of this sorted before the outlet gets worked on and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if rush is the right word to say to get it fixed, because presumably, I mean, I'm not an electrician and this might come back to haunt me one day, but as long as the outlet isn't being used at all, and prior it never was smoking or anything like that, it shouldn't just randomly explode one day, but you never know. So we are trying to get that fixed, but we aren't like calling every single local electrician to just try and get that fixed right away or anything like that. So it should be fine, I hope. Probably not, but who knows. So yeah, then that's just gonna be there for now. And so yeah, just put that box away. So we're almost done sorting the 2x bricks. But yeah, I'm calling it a day now. Just getting to work now, so I had a couple more orders overnight that I need to pull. Not sure what the shipping schedule for today will be like since we have company over, so not sure when we're going to have some time to drop stuff off at the mailbox, but we should still be able to ship stuff out today. Sold a couple more minifigures. Let's see if I can find them off of my memory alone. The Mummy, that was one of them. And then there was, let's see here. I know who they are, but I don't remember. Well, here's one of them. The Programmer, sold that one again. And then there was the Fire Captain or something. Let's straighten out the legs there. So like the Fire Captain. Right here. Firefighter. Okay, there's that. And arm is still up apparently, so let's fix that. There. So then that is what sold on eBay again. And so the fireplace that was broken, that melted the one outlet, apparently it's been fixed now, although they don't recommend putting it on its highest temperature. So we'll have to see that. The Amazon hasn't arrived yet, so I can't do anything to the computer yet. So it's, just pulled the orders now. Just sold some of the black pins. The lighting's all making it look weird in the camera. But then these ones here were $4.25 per pin. So this was $12.75 of these pins. So it's always good to keep an eye out for these pins in black. And so that was a nice sale there. So time to grab the next item. Yogurt time and new business cards. So yeah, the business cards now look like this here. I added the YouTube symbol thing to the right side instead of eBay, and everything else is pretty much the same, but that's being updated now. So I had a return in the mail today, and it was an eBay one. There's just a space minifigure, and then I don't want to show any addresses here, other than for mine, because that's already public information, but it's just another address incomplete, return to sender. However, when I look at it, it's got the house number, the street or name or whatever that's called, the city, the province, the postal code, and the country, which is Canada. So, I mean, I honestly have no idea why that got returned, but it did. So I'll have to see what I can do. If it's the just copy and paste it from the buyer, I'll message them. Except the thing is, I've sold this minifigure like 5 times now, so I'll have to make sure I find the correct order page for that. Then that is the business cards over there. Then here's the SSD that I got in the mail the other day. So I messaged the 1001 Bricks, and he said he needs a few days before he's able to help with this, since he's apparently didn't get any sleep last night, so he's too tired to try and work with stuff like this. So now I have this here for when that's able to be worked on, and the cord, and I've gotten my first pack of RAM sticks, so then I'll install these now, and then try to get that sorted out. And then I've got the business cards over here, which I'm going to have to add to the shelf and back up later, and then put another thing over there for orders. It's making a little bit of a sound now. Not sure how well it'll pick up on camera. It's pretty loud. I'm not sure if I should be worried or if that's normal when you put a new RAM stick in. I literally followed instructions exactly. The sound has been quieting down, so at least I think. Maybe it's just excited that it's finally got some components that actually work. Well, we'll see if the computer explodes or if it just calms down. I know when I fixed the hard drive a while ago, this thing was so loud, it was crazy. But then after a while, just went back to normal. So maybe it's confused about something. So we'll see if it turns on. It's still loading. We carefully replaced the RAM stick. I'll put the old one carefully in here for now. Confirmed there's the right everything specs wise, so hopefully it works, but might end up turning off the computer. Oh, well, it turned off there. Oh, it's turning on now. Well, let's see if it's gonna work. The moment of truth. Updating. Okay, maybe it's modifying to work with more RAM now. We'll see if we can get up real quick. Just want to keep it recording, unless it's actually, this might take a moment then. Okay, I'll probably pause here and then check back in once it's back on. Who doesn't love it when it's at 100% and it's been like 5 minutes now and it's still at 100% and the fan is still going absolutely crazy, like it's just, I don't know, a bunch of drugs or something. So we'll have to see if this ends up working or my computer ends up exploding. Alright, so then it now opened up. The fan's still going crazy. So I'll probably, once I can open it up and test things out and stuff like that, just restart the computer, see if I can somehow fix that. And I was starting to record because I was hoping it would open up sooner than later. But I mean, the first time, it'll always take a little while, especially once it turns back on. So I won't assume, oh, I accidentally messed up by a label there or something. Alright, there we go. So I guess I'll probably check back in once it loads. Oh, wait, there it goes, I think. Should I be worried? Probably not. Well, nothing on the other monitor either, so probably just check in. Oh, let's hope I didn't lose all my data. But who knows? I've had that happen a couple times. It's not the end of the world. Just a couple templates and stuff like that. And it's good fun to set everything back up again. Let's finish setting up your device. Remind me later. Okay, well, all the data's still here. So, task manager. Let's see. Well, let's say I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. Performance. Memory, 16 gigabytes. That's good. So we finally got a little bit more. That should be at 32 gigabytes by the end of the week. But the hard drive is still going like a crazy thing. So that's what we're hoping to fix with the SSD later on and stuff like that. So yeah, this is definitely when you just turn on your computer and absolutely nothing's happening. It's always good when your hard drive's running at 100% capacity and stuff like that, or usage, or whatever it's called for that. So then at this point, what I'm gonna do, good to see that there, is I'm going to just restart the computer again, but I'm first gonna take a photo of this for 1001 bricks, and then I'll restart the computer. So it looks like the hard drive's gone a bit more everything in between. So then what I'm gonna do now is just go here and click shut down. And then once the sound stops, then I'll turn it back on and see if it's working. Otherwise, I'll see if I accidentally mess something up inside the computer and just see if I can fix it. Yeah, I forgot to record that, but that thing, it turned on like super fast now. I'm not sure if it's just because there's more RAM installed or something like that. But yeah, the computer turned on in like 15 seconds. It still took like half a minute to turn off, but I still hear the hard drive. But now I'm remembering by the sound, it's super familiar now. It's the hard drive that I'm hearing, not anything to do with the RAM sticks. I know when I replaced the hard drive a while ago, it made this exact same sound for a very long time, and eventually it just stopped. So I'm going to turn it off once more, see if I accidentally knocked a wire loose or something like that, and just move things around a little bit and see if it quiets it down. Otherwise, I'll just leave it for a couple days and it should probably go back to normal. Well, I literally just turned off the computer, removed the computer, and then just held it sideways. Just wiggled a couple cords around. I didn't unplug anything or anything like that, and now it's completely fine, pretty much. So yeah, like, I mean, I have no idea what was doing anything. Computers are random and confusing things sometimes. So the sound's gone, and I accidentally opened Opera, so that's why a whole bunch more RAM is being used. And I mean, hard drive's still at 100%, but at this point, I've taken that as a given with no hope for anything else to exist until we get the new SSD in. But that's a couple days out, probably at this point. So yeah, then I'm just gonna hope for the best and just ignore that and see if anything can get done. And so let's just turn the volume down first, down to like that. Okay, how fast does this load? Overall loading pretty fast, still a little bit slow, but I'm still expecting some more RAM and stuff like that. But I think at this point it's just because it's old computers stuff and everything like that. So then yeah, I guess that works. So that's the end of the saga for the first RAM chips or sticks. And so then I'll keep this RAM stick just in case I ever need it, because this is the one that originally came with my computer. Well, let's see what happens with the hard drive now. It's now, instead of just being at 100%, it's seeming more normal, I think is the word to use. Going from 0 to 70 to 40 to 14 to 8 to 56 and stuff like that. So maybe this is more normal, but I think it's probably a little bit better than it continuously existing at 100% usage 24/7. I don't think I'm getting a little bit too, well, I don't know. Rude's not the right word to say or anything like that. But then I've had someone contact me 3 times now regarding these guns. Like, I mean, you can even see it in the photo. It literally says Lego. And they first sent me a message, and I mean, it's listed as Lego. I don't sell knockoffs. And then they messaged me saying, "Hi, is this part Lego?" I said, "Yes." One of them has the Lego logo, the other one has the copyright symbol, but both are real Lego. Then they never responded. Or they said, "Cool, thanks," or something like that. Then like a week or 2 later, they sent another message saying, "Hi, I was interested in these. How many sets do you have? And are they real Lego?" And I was like, yes, they're real Lego. And how many sets, I'm presuming they mean of, like, because it's a listing of 2, do you want? That they never responded to that. And then they just purchased it and said, hi, I just purchased the items. Let me see if I can get this message back up. Right here, they just said, hi, I just purchased from you, but are they Lego product? Correct? And so I just respond with, hi, yes, as mentioned several times prior, they are genuine Lego. So, I mean, you might not have understood the previous messages, but hopefully this can get the point across that they are real Lego. So, yeah, hopefully that's, he understands that they're Lego, but at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if once he receives them, he's one of the people who thinks that the copyright is not a Lego logo and then tries filing a claim, but it's literally very well known that copyright symbols are also the Lego logo. It's very interchangeable, especially with older product. So hopefully this all goes well in the end. Alright, let's see how much the RAM usage goes up by running a live wallpaper. Before it was at about like 5.7 gigabytes being used, and then as soon as I opened up Wallpaper Engine, it went up to 6.4. So then let's just go and just choose this one right here. And so yeah, the wallpaper itself doesn't seem to really use much memory. So then if we exit that, it's already going back down a little bit. It's still going down. Well, it's about steady now. So yeah, it doesn't really use not even half a gigabyte of RAM to run a thing. So then let's try opening up a new tab. Okay, so 6.3. Okay, I'll see if I can put this on the same screen here. Right here and here. Okay, so it's at 6.2 there. So then let's try this. Okay, it's still about the same. What if I put it into its own window? Oh, that went up a little bit. So running a live wallpaper basically seems to have about as much of an effect as opening up a new window on the computer. So it's overall honestly not that bad to just have that open or playing on the background. So that's good to know now that I'm not just completely destroying my computer by running some wallpaper or something like that. So yeah, interesting to finally be able to figure that out, because I knew that performance thing existed, but honestly it never even crossed my mind to open it up and see if I could figure out what was causing issues. But yeah, basically just having more than a couple tabs open just completely ate up all of my RAM, so I wasn't able to do anything. So yeah, in regards to that return, I was looking and this buyer has over 300 feedback. So it's not like it's a new buyer who just put in some random address. But yeah, it seems to be a decently established buyer. And then Canada Post just says that the address is incomplete. And I looked and I confirmed I got the address exactly the same, even with the weird capitals in their name, for the last few letters of their name and everything like that. But yeah, it's who knows. Looking at this now, actually, for some reason the barcode is not barcode, postal code is a little bit scratched out on their thing there. Let's see, so it's still fully legible with their real postal code that they provided. So yeah, sometimes Canada Post employees aren't known exactly for being the most how do I say this without being too rude? I don't want to say that they're not the most competent, but they are very, well, at least by me, very well known for doing the absolute minimal, and whenever the opportunity arises to just put something to be returned or to just have it picked up at a post office instead of actually going to the door with the package and stuff like that. So honestly, it's no surprise. Most of the times I just reship it out to the exact same address, and then there's absolutely no issues and they get it the second time. Right? It's a weird world we live in. So I'll just contact the customer, confirm that the address and everything is correct, and then just probably reship it out once they message me back confirming it. And yeah, that's all I'll do, I guess. So then I just got in contact with the buyer. They responded already, and then they confirmed that, yep, that's the completely correct shipping address. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And so yeah, I'll ship that out again on my next shipping day. It's just the cost of doing business. Sometimes you're at a couple bucks on shipping and stuff like that. So that's all good there. And so now I was going to start on these things here, but then I just remembered I should probably first start on some of these guys here. I might have one more golem. Let's just grab these containers over here because I also need Indiana Jones again. So let's first check, do I have any more golems? No, I think I'm finally out of golem minifigures. So that's that there. Close this thing up. And then here I should be able to grab, I thought that there might have been a couple of partially complete Indiana Jones minifigures, but I'm guessing, with their hat and all that stuff. So then I don't see it here, so then I'll just quickly build one up. Do I have? Yeah, I do have a couple of hats and whips here, and then I do have a couple of satchels for sale, so I can just grab one of those then, and I'll just rebuild him quickly. So I just finished rebuilding the eBay cards that I could. I had 3 of the Mandalorian Warriors still. Was able to rebuild the Mummy and Indiana Jones. I was not able to rebuild these ones. Well, to be honest, I never even tried with the Scout Troopers or Fleet Troopers because I'm like 90% sure I don't have them. And same with that. Golem, I'm completely out of unless he's in this drawer. But since this drawer can't open easily, I just don't really feel like looking. And then a couple CMFs and stuff like that. So I'll put these things away and then try to get a little bit of this stuff done tonight. It's already past 9 p.m. so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get this all listed tonight. I should be able to, but these ones can't be stacked, so they take a little while to get through. So I'll see if I can get through these 3 colors here, and then by then it'll probably be time to call it a day. It's now 10:20 p.m. and I just finished with all of these pin connectors and stuff like that. These are the damaged ones. Thankfully, most of them are in good condition, so they're in this box. Well, 3 of the larger colors are, so that can go on the side now. Then these ones here can get thrown out, and then this put on the side. And I'm just trying to remember. Oh yeah, today's a Tuesday. I thought for a second I forgot to edit the vlog today, but that's not until tomorrow. So yeah, then I guess I'm done for the day. I'm gonna take a bit of a break now. This has to be the first time I've ever seen the weather channel describe the weather as soggy. Like, that's what cereal is when you leave the milk in the bowl for too long with the cereal or something. Like, what is with these people? I walked into a crime zone. There's no blankets. Everything's gone. What will I do? Am I the only one who actually uses these things to keep, because whenever I sleep normally, blankets just fall off so easily. I literally have to use metal clips to, on the bottom of the mattress, clip the blankets so that they don't just fall off the mattress. Like, no matter what, I use clips, I use physical pressure at the bottom of the mattress to keep them pushed into the mattress and everything like that. And even with all of that, I still have blankets falling off every now and then. Like, it's a weird world. Problem resolved. Just got a little bit more RAM in the mail. We'll probably install this before I start editing the vlog. So I'm actually curious now. I'm just going to install this before breakfast real quick. Just because it's still warming up and stuff like that. So I'm just turning on the lights and stuff. But I'm curious, is there going to be any computer freeze now when I get down in the morning? I mean, there probably still will be to some extent and everything. So let's just see real quick. I click on this. I mean, it loaded right away. Everything seems to be loading, so maybe, I don't want to jinx it, but maybe it's the end of computer freeze in the morning needlessly, but who knows. But I'm going to now quickly install the other RAM, and then yeah, probably in a couple days or so should be able to get the SSD fixed and everything like that. And so yeah, just gonna install this now. So just for checking real quick, let me minus this here and then click on Task Manager and then go to Performance. So it's using 8 gigabytes of RAM now, just for simply existing. And before, I only had 8 gigabytes of RAM in my computer. So I wonder what's using 8 gigabytes of RAM. I thought it was around the low 7s or so earlier, but who knows. But that should be doubled from 16 to 32 once I install these last RAM sticks, and then my computer should hopefully be back to normal. And as you can see now, the hard drive's just normal and everything. Or, well, at least I think that's normal. But then just yesterday when I was recording the same thing, it was at 100% non-stop, pretty much. So this is before, and I'm going to install it, and we'll see what the after is like. The new RAM sticks are now in, so let's see what happens. The hard drive isn't going absolutely crazy this time, so that's probably a win. And so let's just wait for a moment to see if the monitors turn on or if they are just going to stay blank. Oh, there we go. First monitor is on. I'll stop recording in a second. Just gonna wait for a moment just to see if we can at least confirm that it's not gonna crash and can at least get to an updating screen like it did last time or something like that. So we'll just wait a moment. Or I mean, I might just cut to when it loads because I have no idea how long this will take. So I'll cut right back. It's loading up now. It took just a second for the screen to turn on, or like for the password thing to appear and stuff like that. But overall, it seems to be loading pretty fast. So just like with the last time, the very first time it booted up, it just took a few seconds more, which is probably fine. Just something to do with it getting used to the new RAM and stuff. So then we can right click here real quick. Well, once it loads, because the first time always takes a few seconds longer, or a few minutes longer, or a few days longer, I don't know, than other times. So then we'll give it a moment, or I mean, I might just check back in once. Oh, there we go. Okay, so right click and see if we got all the RAM, and it's not. Oh, there we go. Task Manager, and it's loading. There we go. Performance and the moment of truth when it loads. I'll probably just give it a moment. I think it's loading. Probably just something to do with it being the first time it's booting up again, so I'm not gonna worry about it or anything like that. All right, we'll give it a second. Well, I'll probably cut back to when it starts then. Well, it's not responding now, but I'll just give it a moment. And there it is, got 32 gigabytes of RAM, just about. For some reason it says 43.6 gigabytes right here, but maybe that's something that I honestly have no idea about. Maybe it's still calculating the old RAM that's no longer part of the computer, just because it's part of the brains for it or something. Or it's actually that when he put, like, I don't know, he had like a dedicated, he made part of the hard drive dedicated backup or something like that because I didn't have enough RAM prior and stuff like that. I don't know, it's confusing. But anyways, got almost 32 gigabytes of RAM now, so hopefully the computer can run a bit better now. Hard drive still at 100% capacity, but that's probably fine. And so now hopefully get the SSD installed sooner than later and get this thing able to run a little bit smoother. But thank you for watching the vlog. If you got this far, I am waiting for a DHL package to arrive, so I don't think that's going to make it into this vlog here. So then actually, let's just check the computer real quick before I end the vlog. Now that it's had a few minutes to just run, go to performance here. Hard drive's still going haywire, but it's not, well, it's deciding if it wants to run at 100% or not. Hard drives, so the hard drive's crazy, but the RAM is looking like it's going good. So it looks like it's at least able to run a bit smoother now, so that's nice. So yeah, thank you for watching the vlog. If you got this far, hopefully in the next vlog, excuse me, I'll be able to set up the SSD and get the, excuse me, the new SATA cord for my other hard drive, because that one there, it's currently the cord that I use for it has two of the vertical ends here, so it can't actually close the case because then the cord sticks out, so I can't close the case where the hard drive is. So I can't really do anything with the case cover and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll be able to fix that and get the new SSD installed and everything like that. And so hopefully that can be done later this week. And so yeah, thank you for watching the vlog. If you got this far, today is a Wednesday, I want to say, so hopefully the next vlog will be out on Saturday. Yogurt time. Oh, and we got a dash cam finally for our vehicle.